The rise of the Roman Republic. Around 800 BC, a small settlement called Rome was built along the Tiber River in present-day Italy. In time, this settlement became the world's largest city and the center of a mighty empire. The geography of Italy. Rome lies near the center of the Italian peninsula. The peninsula extends from Europe into the Mediterranean Sea. A high mountain range called the Alps separates Italy from the rest of Europe. Another range called the Apennines runs down the center of Italy. Despite its many mountains, Italy has a less rugged landscape than Greece. Soldiers could march from one place to another more easily than in Greece. This made it easier for Rome to unite the peninsula. In addition, Italy has several rivers that ships can use. Since ancient times, these rivers have provided water and transportation routes. Italy has several large flat plains. These gave it plenty of land suited for farming. The peninsula's volcanoes helped form fertile soil, though they also threatened people's lives and property. Ancient Rome was part of a region called Latium. This region gave its name to the Latin people. The Latins were the group of people who lived in Rome and in neighboring cities. The language they spoke was also called Latin. Reading check. What region of Italy was Rome located in? Rome's earliest days. Historians do not know exactly how Rome was founded. The Romans themselves told a legend about the beginning of their city. According to the legend, Rome was founded by twins named Romulus and Remus. Their mother was a Latin princess. The twins' father was Mars, the god of war. The king, their uncle, was jealous of the twins. He had the babies placed in a basket and thrown into the Tiber. They were saved from death by a she-wolf and raised by a shepherd. As adults, the twins gathered a group of men to found a new city. However, they quarreled, and Romulus killed Remus. Romulus lived and gave his name to the city he built, Rome. Historians do not believe this legend. However, we can learn from the story that the Romans believed their city had a special origin and a connection to the gods. A Roman writer made this point. Now, if any nation ought to be allowed to claim a sacred origin and point back to a divine paternity, fatherhood, that nation is Rome. Livy, The History of Rome. Archaeologists have discovered that people first settled in Rome around 800 BC. They built villages on the tops of 7 hills overlooking the Tiber River, near where the river flows into the sea. Over time, these villages formed a single town that grew into a small city. Reading check. Do historians believe the story of Romulus and Remus? The city grows. The early Romans drained a swampy area between 2 of the town's hills. This became the Roman Forum. The Forum. A forum is an open area in a city filled with public buildings, temples, and markets. The Roman Forum was the center of Rome's government, religion, and economy. When the Romans founded new cities in later years, they usually built a forum at the center. Natural advantages. Several factors in Rome's geography helped the city grow and prosper. The city's hills gave the Romans a natural defense against attack. Because Rome was located on the Tiber River, it had access to a nearby port. Although the river was shallow, small boats could pass from the city out to the sea. However, the river was too fast and dangerous for large boats, so seagoing ships could not attack Rome. Rome was also located on key trade routes. The Tiber Valley was a natural east-west route for trade. In addition, several north-south trade routes crossed the Tiber just south of Rome. Reading check. What natural advantages do the city of Rome enjoy? From monarchy to republic. Like Athens and Sparta, Rome began as an independent city-state. Its first form of government was a monarchy. The Roman kings. In Rome's earliest days, kings ruled the city. The kings had broad powers. They served as head of the army, chief priest, and supreme judge. The Roman kings helped the city grow. They built the first buildings in the Forum and led the Romans in wars against small neighboring villages. The kings ruled with the consent of Rome's wealthy aristocrats. Older male aristocrats formed a body called the Senate. The Senate advised the king on important matters. The word Senate comes from the Latin word senex, which means old man. The founding of the Republic. Over time, Roman aristocrats grew tired of royal rule. The seventh king of Rome, Tarquin the Proud, mistreated his people. In 509 BC, leading Romans overthrew the king and formed a republic. A republic is a government in which citizens have the right to vote and elect officials. The word republic comes from the Latin term res publica, which means public thing or public business. In the Roman Republic, all free adult male citizens could play a role in the city's government. You will read more about the government of the Republic later in this chapter. Reading check. What does res publica mean? The people of Italy. When the city of Rome was founded, Italy already had many different cultures. As Roman power grew, the Romans came into contact with different Italian peoples and borrowed from their cultures. Greek colonies. Many Greeks settled in Italy starting around the 700s BC. They founded cities in southern Italy. They brought their culture with them. As Rome's power grew, it came into contact with these cities. This contact taught the Romans about Greek culture. The Greeks of Italy had a strong influence on Roman culture. Romans made Greek mythology their own by identifying their gods with those of the Greeks. For example, the Greek Zeus was identified with Roman Jupiter, Hera with Juno, and Athena with Minerva. The Romans also adopted Greek legends and heroes as their own. They believed that the ancestor of the Roman people was Aeneas. He was a character in the Iliad, a Greek poem. The story of Aeneas was written down by the Roman writer Virgil in a poem called the Aeneid. The Etruscans. The Etruscans were the most powerful people in central Italy when Rome was founded. They lived in Etruria, a region just north of Latium. They influenced Roman culture. The Etruscans had an advanced culture. They were skilled artists and builders. They sailed around the Mediterranean as traders. They learned many things from other peoples, such as the Greeks and the Phoenicians. Reading check. How did the Greeks influence the Romans? Roman expansion. The Roman people were feared conquerors. They also made skillful use of diplomacy, or managing relationships with other countries. They conquered neighboring peoples and slowly expanded their rule. By the late 200s BC, Rome ruled all of Italy. The legions. The basic unit of the Roman army was the legion. Each legion had from 4,500 to 5,000 heavily armed soldiers. Most served as infantry or foot soldiers. Each legion was broken up into maniples. A manipule was a unit of between 60 and 160 soldiers. On flat plains, all the maniples in a legion formed a solid battle line. But in rough country, each maniple could move and fight on its own. This flexibility gave the Roman legions a great advantage over enemies who fought in a single square block, including Greek phalanxes. Phalanxes were less flexible. The Roman military did not just use Roman innovations. It was open to good ideas wherever they came from. For example, the Romans picked up the gladius, or short sword, from Spain. Maniples were first used by the Samnites, a mountain people who lived in the Apennines in central Italy. Roman soldiers were builders as well as fighters. When a Roman army was on the move, its soldiers would build a temporary fort every night. Soldiers also built roads and bridges. These helped armies move faster. Friends and allies. Rome gained power with the help of its allies. The Romans signed treaties with other peoples, often defeated enemies. The treaties required allies to send troops to fight alongside the Romans in their campaigns. Eventually, many loyal allies were given Roman citizenship and the right to vote. Reading check. What was a maniple?